S&P, like Dom said, attendance is low because it doesn't matter anymore. All you gotta do is buy something, and then you're just up. Just wait a couple minutes. If for some reason you're down, just know that it's a fluke, and by the time you restart the app and open it again, you'll probably be up. Does it matter what ticker? Probably not. We had the data come out today, and again, a little bit of back and forth. Jumped up, sold off, came back. The interesting thing was you guys watched me. So we jumped up right here earlier, and it was right here. And I told you guys, right about this time frame before this candle closed, we were just breaking up, and I closed my SPY puts. It's like, this is just getting ridiculous. We're just kind of going up, basing out, sending it again. And what I should have known, and I recognized this after, I closed my puts because they were worth it. They were risking capital. I was like, man, these puts are still worth something. We're grinding up. I'm going to go ahead and sell. So I locked it in, and looking back, I think Vega had something to do with it, because the way the S&P was pushing up and the way my puts were not reacting to it tells me something else was holding it up. And anyway, I just got annoyed and closed it anyway, and then thought, it's like as soon as I closed that out, I'm like, looking back, and then it did. It sold off, and we're right back up. Either way, that was an L. We jumped up right here, so this is when I told you guys I went short ES. That ended up being a great trade. It more than covered the puts loss. Right now, I'm not in ES or SPY puts. I did, however, keep the NVIDIA puts, but we'll see. And those, I don't know. I'm back and forth on NVIDIA, to be honest. Sometimes I even want to buy puts. Like, well, I'm in puts, but I mean, hang on. Oh, I was about to die. But I mean, like, when I say buy puts compared to the puts that I have now, I mean, like, I want to short NVIDIA. Right now, I could the risk in capital. I could lose on these and be just fine. But sometimes I want to just go 3 weeks out, buy a decent amount, which is why I just decided to keep the puts that I have, so I don't do something reckless later, because it does just keep going up, and I am just catching that knife. As far as the S&P, I think the grind just continues. Let's go out to a little bit higher time frame. As far as the rest of the week goes into tomorrow, pre-market, all of that, I just did all that backwards. Breaks this wick, we're going up. We break this, we're going down. Now, I would say if we break this wick right here, how much of, if you're playing futures, you might go long ES right here at this zone. That's only probably a futures play. I wouldn't buy SPY on that, and I wouldn't buy SPY calls on that, because I would be curious if we just bounce up a little bit. Now, a little bit on the ES contracts is still, that's a few $100s just in one contract. Does it break and come back down? I'd want to be on the lookout for that. We are still grinding up and just continuing to grind, and that's cool and all, but we just haven't had a, when I say we haven't had a pullback, this is an impressive push up to not have some kind of pullback. A red day. I mean, like even back here, just give us a red day, maybe a red day, then sideways. Not a red candle, maybe a red wick. So I'd still be on the lookout for an actual pullback. If we do get an actual pullback, that's something I'm buying regardless. You just have to at this point. As far as the S&P, I did see Cody nailed the short on ES. Jumped up, hit the expected move. He went short, slammed it right back down, which is absolutely amazing, because he jumped in short as I was closing my puts. I was like, one day I'm just going to hand. Actually, no, Cody did well when I finally went to Florida and Cody did a stream. Cody's going to have to just take the mic more often. As far as the NASDAQ goes, same story, kind of just we played the back and forth game in these zones. We're starting to grind our way up. If we break this, it's going to 20,000. I just who's going to argue that? Who's going to contest it? That's not even sticking my neck out. Like that's just the next stop. We did jump up, hit the expected move on the Qs, pull back. So much easier without Lisa. No watch list. I was just getting ready to say, man, when Cody and Lisa don't post their watch list, there's a lot less tickers. This is going to be a 20-minute stream. Or now, if the internet stops working. I did. Did somebody ask me about the Russell hate? I don't think I answered it. They asked why did I think that was a long? Because I talked about this being a long here at the type 2. It looked the best, and it was just because of the zone play, right? It sold off, hit the type 2, and bounced. So if you took that play on the Russell, congrats. Hopefully you're still in it. I would still be long this. I would probably worry more about the sellers at the type 2 of that blue zone. So shout out to everybody that did take that long play. Still got plenty of room on that one. Audio's a little low. We'll turn your speakers up.